Good evening, everyone. Mike here again. We are continuing to track this line of showers and thunderstorms moving through. It already came through the Scranton and Wilkes-Barre area and now moving into eastern Pennsylvania. We have another round of heavy rain also getting ready to move through. So here's a look at the current radar from the past hour. You can see that line of heavy showers and thunderstorms moving on through. Here again, moving now, starting to push into the Wayne, Pike, Monroe County, also parts of Lackawanna and southern Susquehanna County. But we also are watching this line of heavy rain now pushing in from the west into Wyoming and western Luzerne County. So Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, heads up, another line coming through. This one should not be as strong as the one that you just saw, but it will produce more heavy rain as we go through the next hour or so. So just be aware that that is coming down the line here. All right, let's take a look at the radar, and you can see all the storm reports. We still have warnings in effect for the area here. Here is a look at what we got with the flash flood warning that's in effect for Bradford and Susquehanna County. That includes the Towanda area and goes until 8:45. So flash flooding possible occurring in this area due to the heavy rain. So just be aware of that again in Bradford and Susquehanna County. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for Wayne County. That doesn't include the Honesdale, Blooming Grove area. Scranton is technically in this, although the worst of it is to your east. So that will probably get trimmed back here shortly. Also all of Pike County. So you can see that thunderstorm warning, or severe thunderstorm warning, goes until 8 o'clock. Here's the actual main line, or the heavy rain line coming through just outside of the Honesdale area. So it's starting to move into Wayne County. When we time this out for you here on the expected track, we'll put it in, it's moving at 45 miles per hour. So at that speed, all right, here is an idea of when the arrival time would be for you. I took myself off so you can see it. Honesdale, just around 7:30, so about 10 minutes from here. Paul Pack around 7:23, so within a few more minutes. Berlin, 7:35-ish. Shahola there, you're looking around 7:45, 7:50. Bethel, around 8 o'clock as you start heading then into New York. So this is starting to get to our eastern area, which is good news, but we are watching that line coming through Wayne and Pike County as well. We still have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of Monroe County too. You can see Mount Pocono, Coolbus, Stroudsburg. That's where we're seeing the heavy rain at the moment right now. It's about to enter the Stroudsburg area, or I'm sorry, it's already in Stroudsburg. It's actually about to exit Stroudsburg. Coolbus is about to get the heavy rain if it's not heavy already. Lehman in Pike County, Lehman again in Pike County, the heavy rain moving through for you as well. And I know earlier on our first version of this, we had someone in Dingman asking about them. The heavy rain for you, if you are back on here, will be moving through right around 7:30-ish. It looks like 7:30, 7:35-ish for you in Dingman as this heads towards 84 there in the Milford area. So I-84 will be seeing the heavy rain in Pike County very shortly for those of you who are in the Delaware-Water Gap area. But let's zoom out because we are seeing a bit of a break in the rain right now. You can see a lot of severe wind damage reports in Luzerne County. Also had some wind damage in Columbia County. But here's a look at that second line that's moving through. This one will impact Back Mountain, Tunkhannock here very shortly. Wilkes-Barre, you're going to be getting this as well. Shikshini, again, will be getting clipped with this too. Berwick, it looks like the second heavy line of rain that's coming through the region will miss you just barely to the north here. In fact, we actually have, I'm going to see if I can pull this up quickly, but we have the time lapse of the storm that went through the Berwick area, and we were able to catch it somewhat coming through and producing the damage. So here is from Berwick. This is from that storm that happened earlier, 5:40. Let me put this into motion. You're going to notice the camera freezes. It stops. That's because there was a power loss there, and then it comes back. So here's we go. 5:45, whoosh, all that heavy rain, had strong winds coming through the area. Several trees and power lines were knocked down. There it lost that power, and then it came back on. But you can see how we have that tree down here. It looks like some other trees were down in the yard as well. So I'll replay that again. Here, we'll start this all the way back. Again, this was in our Berwick time-lapse camera, and you just see that heavy rain coming down, the strong winds with it, producing the damage in the Berwick area, and then it moving off to the east. You can see in the distance there that heavy rain as it was moving through. Just for clarification, this is west of Berwick, I'm told. This camera is actually west of the city itself, so it is in Columbia County for that. So that was what came through earlier today. So that's what produced all those wind damage reports that we saw on the map here earlier this afternoon or earlier this evening here. So that's the storm that produced all of this. We even had the wind damage reports in the Wilkes-Barre area and also Shikshini area. So let's go through here. So in the Wilkes-Barre area in Pringle, you had some trees down that were on the road there as the storm came through. That was through the line, it looks like. Here's a look from Ashley. In fact, that one just came in, actually. Here, see if I can pull it back up. Ashley, trees down on the road again. So you get the idea. There are trees down. There are power lines down in the road. So just be careful if you're driving through that area. Let's head towards Beach Haven. Again, multiple trees were knocked down. Even a hail report, it looks like there. In Dorrance, 1 inch hail, so quarter size hail with that cell as it came on through the area, and then the strong line of winds that accompanied this. Oops, let me grab this line here that's now moving through parts of Wayne County. So we'll zoom in. Honesdale, this is coming your way. Paul Pack is heading through right now. Hawley, heads up, about to move through you. If you are in Lake, in that area, you are seeing the heavy rain right now, but things will start to wind down for you. Some lighter rain is on the back end of this. Arkbald, Mount Cobb, Madison there in Lackawanna County. You're still dealing with rain, but it's a lot lighter. The heaviest stuff is off to the east for you. Scranton, same thing. A little bit of moderate rain right now, but most of the heavy rain is going to be off to your east. At least round one. We are watching that second round coming in from the west here. So there's that second round. Northmoreland, Back Mountain area, Tunkhannock, seeing it at the moment here as it moves on through. Then again, Shikshini, we'll see it as well. They are trimming back the severe thunderstorm watch. So you can see that has now been canceled for all of our central Pennsylvania counties. So anyone who is part of the National Weather Service and State College, which is the counties that you see that are all of them that are taken out of the warning or watch here, you are now out of the severe thunderstorm watch. I mean, we don't expect severe thunderstorms anymore. Bradford, Susquehanna, Wayne County, Pike, as well as Lackawanna, Luzerne, and Wyoming, Monroe, and Carbon, still under the severe thunderstorm watch here. It will likely get trimmed back within a few hours, or they'll just let it expire at 9, but we'll see what happens. But you are still under that severe thunderstorm watch in the areas of pink here in eastern Pennsylvania. So central Pennsylvania, all clear. Eastern Pennsylvania, hang on. We still got another hour or so to go. That's basically the name of the game here right now. So for those of you who just jumped on, we do have that flash flood warning in effect for parts of Bradford and Susquehanna County. That is until 8:45. And when we take a look at the estimated rainfall totals here, you can see that it's radar estimates of a few inches coming through the area. This is why they issued that flash flood warning. So in Towanda, for example, it coming up at, if it wants to work, it worked yesterday. Come on. All right, it's 1 to 3 inches in the Towanda area. Armenia there, same thing. You're closer maybe to that 3-inch marks, but you can see where the heavy rain is right over Bradford County and into Susquehanna County. It outlines what they're seeing when it comes to that flash flood warning there. Let's pull it back up. There we go. And then we still have the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect there for 7:45 for Monroe County, Wayne and Pike County. It goes until 8 o'clock. There is one that's south of Stroudsburg. It's basically along the Lehigh Valley Tunnel and into Northampton and Warren County and Lehigh County. That goes till 7:45 too. So these warnings will expire at 8 for everybody, and that should be the end of them here for hopefully as we go through the rest of the night. But we're still watching this line of heavy rain getting ready to move through the Wilkes-Barre area. And when we pull up the camera, we probably can see at least something getting ready to come through. So you can see the leading edge, it looks like, of it. We also have some comments here as well. So let's take this off. We'll go full screen with this. Let's look at some comments. So Josh saying that he's seen shove clouds in and around Lewisburg today as this was coming through. I bet with the fact that that line was coming through. Carbondale raining and cooler, sitting tight for that line to come through. Trisha, it will be coming through here within the next probably half hour, 45 minutes for you up in Carbondale. Alex, there you are. I was wondering where you were today. Susquehanna County. Well, right now you are dealing with some rain, and that's pretty much it. Let's actually do that for you here. I was wondering where you were earlier. Always around and always bring in Susquehanna County, reminding me that it's there. So here we look at Susquehanna County right now. Milford area and the Montrose area, we're watching some heavy rain, especially along 81 into the east. To the west, you got a little bit less rain, but more moderate rain as well in Bradford County. So you're going to see heavy rain, and then it lightens up, and then you'll get another round. It's going to be kind of a roller coaster for you in Susquehanna County there. Also, if you are in parts of western Susquehanna County, you are under the flash flood warning. So just keep that in mind there. To the west of New Milford and Hartford, you are under that flash flood warning until 8:45. Remember, turn around, don't drown, please. Make sure that you are staying out of floodwaters. Sherry's saying they're seeing a lot of damage reports from the Sealands Grove area. So let's take a look at those here, because we've been seeing more and more storm reports come in, and you probably will actually see them get pop up here as they're coming in from the National Weather Service. In fact, there is a wind damage report in Sealands Grove and numerous trees down and roof damage. So now there's even roof damage in Snyder County there in the Sealands Grove area. So these storms certainly did pack a punch. They were expected to produce the strong winds, and that is what happened, unfortunately. So please be careful. Mark, I saw that you sent the video. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to watch it yet, but I promise you I will see it when we're done here. I was not able to watch it because we were recording something, but I did see that you sent it. Alex saying he has to ride home in this. Unfortunately, a lot of us came through it during the evening commute, unfortunately. So Ross saying he's waiting for that storm to come through Wyoming at the moment. So let's go back to that, because that is now moving into Wyoming County. Well, passing through Northmoreland and Tunkhannock, so you can see that heavy rain. Factoryville, you're about to get it too. Forkston, about to lighten up. You'll start seeing things get a little bit better for you here shortly. So let's see. Alex said that his shoes are wet from working in this. Oh, I'm sorry you had to be out there in this these storms as they came on through. Oh, good news, guys. They actually just canceled the severe thunderstorm watch for some more of the counties. So Bradford, Wyoming, and Luzerne County are now done with the severe weather. So we are seeing improvements. So this is being trimmed back. They're still keeping in our eastern counties because we still have those warnings in effect here for another half hour or so. Again, you can see the Honesdale area getting some of that heavy rain at the moment. It's moving towards you. In fact, south side of Honesdale probably getting the heavy rain at the moment. Same thing in Hawley, where you're seeing that rain move through the area. So just be aware of that. Blooming Grove, too, seeing along 84. But Sterling and those in the lake, if you are in, basically, if you're along Wayne and Lackawanna County line, things are improving. Carbondale, give it another 5 minutes, and you're going to start seeing improvements, too, for the first round. Keep in mind, though, you got this behind it in Tunkhannock and Northmoreland in the Back Mountain area. So we are watching this second line of heavy rain getting ready to move through. It hasn't been warned on, so we're not seeing necessarily the strong wind potential. We can take a look at it, see if we actually see it here. So what we're looking for is the wind. So at least at the radar site, radar-wise, it's showing 16, 20 mile per hour winds. I will say this, though, because the radar is directly north, that's probably a little underdone. But when you have radars, the way they calculate velocity, anything north and south tends to be a little less than what it actually should be, just because of the way it's calculated. For those of you who know trigonometry, they use a cosine. So if you have it directly north or south, you're multiplying that number by 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So you keep making it closer to that, you're going to get a lower number. So it might actually be a little higher than what this is showing, but you get the idea. It's not as strong, though, as the numbers that we were seeing earlier, which is good news. It's not as strong as the line that is out in the Honesdale, Blooming Grove area, which is good news. They are canceling the severe thunderstorm warning for Lehigh and Monroe, so that is going to be this one, the blinking one here. So you can see how that has been dropped from Monroe County. So that is good news. So we are seeing improvements. That's the main thing. But Coolba and southern Pike County, the Delaware area, seeing that heavy rain coming through Mount Pocono. Stroudsburg still getting a little bit of moderate rain, but nothing too heavy compared to what you saw earlier. And then I do want to emphasize again, Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, anyone in between, so Pittston, Exeter, I'm trying to think of where else, Kingston, Avoca, Clark Summit, Carbondale area, Troop, any of those areas, you will be getting another round of heavy rain here shortly. It's moving through Tunkhannock and Northmoreland right now, but it's about to enter Lackawanna County. Glenburn will be getting it as well. Wilkes-Barre is right on our doorstep. So Lehman right now in Luzerne County is probably getting this. So Cheryl, if you're watching, I'm guessing at this time around 7:30, it's probably raining pretty hard for you. Let's actually take a look at the camera. We probably could see it coming in. Come on. There it is. You can see the heavy rain. Let me pull this up. You can see that heavy rain coming in right now. So that's that second round. That's that second round coming in. That is moving now into the Wilkes-Barre area and places to the north. So you can see how it is about to move in, and also with some lightning, it looks like, too. By the way, they are finding more hail reports coming in from Columbia County, so we'll check those out as well as this second round of rain is moving in. But you can, if you watch the trees right here, you can kind of see that line advancing, actually. So you can see it advancing right around here if you look at the trees, which is pretty cool. As it's about getting ready to move in. So anyone driving in the Wilkes-Barre, between Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, you're about to have a downpour if it's not already. So we're watching that here. Anyone that's at the casino tonight, if they're happen to be either going in for dinner or maybe they're ready to go in and play some games, make sure they get inside now because it's about to pour on them very soon as this continues. So if you guys have any damage reports, by the way, in your yard or anything, please let us know in the comments because that helps the Weather Service. It's a huge area, so they really appreciate it, and we do as well. If you put in the comments what you're seeing at your house, it really helps us out. So please do it if you can. We'd greatly appreciate it. Cheryl, you're on here saying driving home now did hit some heavy rain. So she's in Lehman, which is Lehman, Luzerne County. So she is just outside of Wilkes-Barre, and that heavy rain probably, if I had to guess, is right over her right now, or really close, because she's right around that mountain area where you see these little, I guess they're phone towers over here, or maybe transmitters over here. Cell phone towers, maybe. I'm not quite sure what those are, but some kind of tower. That's where the rain is at the moment here. By the way, a lot cooler now that the rain has come through. You can see temperatures well back into the 60s and low 70s, so it's much cooler than it was earlier today as well here. So for those of you who didn't like the fact that we got well into the 80s and near 90, well, it's cooler now as this is coming in. So there's that second line. Getting ready to cross 476 and 81. Here, you can see it on the cameras approaching Wilkes-Barre. So everyone in Wilkes-Barre, if you're not inside, you're about to get soaked. Same thing in Scranton. It's light rain right now, but you're about to get soaked if you don't move in quick. Clifford seeing some moderate to heavy rain too. Honesdale, you got that first line that's coming through right at the moment. Again, that line does have a history of producing some strong winds, so just be aware of it. Continuing this severe thunderstorm warning for Pike and Wayne County. So they are updating this warning here. They just trimmed it back a little bit, essentially. It goes until 8 o'clock. And I believe that is it in terms of warning. I don't think this one Technically, it includes Monroe, but it's through. I hear it's exiting Colba. So we really only have this one severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock, and then things should be over for us here. So we're getting another report of some wind damage across the area. So let's take another look at those reports. There's a one from the ASOS at Monroe and the airport. 52 mile per hour gusts reported at the airport there in the Poconos. So Mount Pocono Municipality Airport. Got a 52 mile per hour gust as that line came through. We had more reports though in the Sealands Grove area. There were a couple of them. There's actually 2 there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's actually 2. So if I can see if I can get both. Oh, corrects previous thunderstorm report. Numerous trees down in root damage. So they probably just had to change a little detail or something with that one. And then we had the hail reports coming through too. So even here in Northumberland County, you're talking nearly nickel size, maybe a little under nickel size, dime size hail in that area. And then in Washingtonville, hail fell for 5 minutes, nickel size. So for 5 minutes, it was hailing there in the Washingtonville area of Montour County. We also had this hail report in Columbia County where they had 1 inch hail. So heavy downpour for 3 to 5 minutes, and they had that 1 inch diameter hail or quarter size hail in Stillwater. And we also had this one, in Luzerne County in the Dorrance area where we saw the quarter size hail. So lots of quite a few hail reports, big hail reports too. But you see most of it was the wind damage there too. Mark's saying that the wind was picking up near the VA, and I can hear it outside. So the rain has arrived here in the Wilkes-Barre area as well as Scranton. That second line is coming through, but thankfully the wind, at least right now, with the flag, does not look too bad. So, but I can hear the rain picking up here, and you can kind of even see it on the tile there of the rooftop. It's getting heavier. So hopefully all of you who are watching and at home, you and your friends and your families fared okay with this. I know we obviously had the damage, but hopefully everyone did all right with this. Nothing too serious as this line came through. Scranton, just a heads up, this one is about to enter you here, and it also looks like it might be maybe bowing a little bit. See how it's kind of curving back there? So maybe some strong winds associated with this, some gusty winds. Again, not going to be as strong as what you had, but maybe some strong winds, or gusty winds, I should say, coming through Scranton there in a little bit, Glen Burn right now, all the way down through Highway 11, 476, about to move through 81, then moving to the Clark Summit area, Carbondale, Dixon City area there too, as well as Archbald, Factoryville, getting the heavy rain here, Dalton, South Abington, Clifford there in Susquehanna County, Forest City. You've seen the heavy rain, Uniondale, Lenox as well. So still watching that heavy rain moving through. This is that one area that they're watching for the strongest winds. So this is the line that had that history. It's still in Wayne County. It's now exiting Honesdale and starting to move into more rural areas there, it looks like, which is Dyeberry's certainly seen some of the rain. There was another town, I think it said Oregon, but I could be wrong on that. Fallsdale, you're about to get this. Damascus as well is heading your way with that line. But at least on reflectivity, which is this product here that you're looking at, it does look a little weaker. So that's good news. Abramsville, that line coming towards you too. Let's see. Okay, Mark, I see you sent us that video. I would definitely check it out here when we get done. Unfortunately, I can't do it while we're on Facebook Live. The computer will not let me do it for some reason. Orangeville now also reporting trees down. So several trees down with that line as it came on through here earlier. So please be careful. I know in the Berwick area there are lots of trees down and power lines down. We had our one engineer, he was driving by, or he lives there, so he was driving and he was saying how there are power lines down in the area. So please be careful across that area. In fact, let's take a look here at the power outages. Let's see what the power outage situation is across the area, because it's actually more than I thought there would be. Okay. So we do have some power outages to talk about. I believe this will work. There we go. All right, so here's the power outages across the area. And Luzerne, right now, we have about 6,300 people out of power. You can see the breakdown there. Most of them PPL, just under 6,000 for PPL. So please give them time. They will be dealing with it, handling this. Columbia County looks like it has the most with 10,000. So Columbia County has the most. It's Schuylkill County around 9,600. Also in Carbon County, 2,600. So you see the damage, or the wind damage that came through, knocking down power lines and knocking out power. Snyder County, 1,700. 2,000 in Union County. Northumberland, 2,500. 200 in Montour County. Even up in Bradford and Sullivan County, we're seeing some power outages. Lycoming has 1,000 out as this line came on through. Not much though in Pike, Wayne, or Lackawanna, or Monroe. Monroe has a couple hundred here. That line did weaken, but it's also possible that it's just not being reported yet either, because this was updated at 7:23, so 20 minutes ago. So it's quite possible that's just not updated yet. But as of 7:23, you can see Luzerne County again, 6,300 people without power. Sean's saying that Scranton South Side has no power there. So south side of Scranton without power as these lines came through. Kevin, I'm guessing you're saying Towanda, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if you're asking what about Towanda, or if you're saying Towanda is out with power. So can you let me know what it is, which one it is? But Towanda right now is done in terms of severe weather. Just you're going to be dealing with that rain here. So let me actually pull this up. We'll pull up the radar. So there's the radar right now. Towanda's getting some light to moderate rain, nothing too crazy at the moment, but we do have that flash flood warning in effect for Towanda and the surrounding areas. So please be careful with that. That goes for another hour with it. So we are still watching these storms roll on through here. So we're also getting the heavy rain in Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre, the heaviest rain is now moving through Plains Township, Bear Creek. Also in the Scranton area, you're seeing that heavy rain. South Abington getting the heavy rain here as well. So I'm going to try to actually pull up some of these cameras, traffic cameras here, so we can get a. That wasn't it. They changed this. They changed the layout of this. Okay. We're going to learn this on the fly. Cool. All right. So if you haven't gone to 511pa.com, they have in a while. They have changed. It looks like how the layout of their website here. So I was not expecting that. All right. Here's a look at one of the cameras. This is 81 exit 184. And is it going to show? Oh, it's a still image. Okay. Let's see if we can get a streaming camera. Guessing that's what that is. No, they're all, oh man, they're all frozen. But I see the heavy rain coming down there. Actually, wait, is that, you see the heavy rain? Looks like there might be a vehicle stop there. Maybe it's some kind of vehicle around exit 190, the Dixon City exit on 81. So if you know people driving southbound on 81 heading towards Dixon City, you might want to give them a heads up to maybe one of those lanes is blocked off, it looks like there. At least on the camera. Here's a look at a little outside of Scranton. Okay, yeah, these cameras I don't think are updating the right way. All right. Well, we tried. We are seeing the heavy rain, though, coming through the Scranton area and Springbrook. Wilkes-Barre, things are starting to wind down for you. Bear Creek is getting the heavy rain here in Luzerne County. Same thing in Penn Lake and Whitehaven. So basically anyone north of I-80 is going to see the second round of heavy rain. Jim Thorpe, Tamaqua, Schuylkill County, Shenandoah, Pine Grove, you're done. This is over. You might get a little bit of rain, and you're done with severe weather. Columbia County, same thing. Monroe, not Monroe, Montour, Northumberland, Snyder, Union, Lycoming, Clayton, Sullivan County. If I just named off your county, you are done with the severe weather. It's over. You might have a little bit of leftover rain showers tonight, but other than that, it should be good to go here. In fact, let's take a look at the model, and you can even see there's that line coming through now. A little bit of leftover rain showers here, some stratiform rain. This is just your generic rain showers as we go through the night tonight, nothing crazy. And then as we head into tomorrow morning, it clears out. I would not be surprised, though, tomorrow if we end up getting a little bit of fog in the morning. So just be aware of that. You may encounter some fog in the morning, especially because we have the heavy rain and a lot of moisture in the air. Winds are not expected to be very heavy or very strong tonight. So that might lead to some valley fog in the morning. So just something to keep in mind here. But that is really it. Things are winding down. We're still watching that line, that rain moving through, but it's not severe. It's not severe. The severe weather is basically exiting the area right now. It's literally on the eastern side of Wayne and Pike County, starting to get rain across into New York. So Abramsville, just be aware that you might see some strong winds with this as it comes on through. Same thing in Lackawanna there. Maybe some strong winds and heavy rain as it comes on through. But other than that, guys, this is really it here, I think, with the severe weather. We are watching the heavy rain, though, in the Scranton area at the moment in Lackawanna County. So just be aware that there might be some more ponding on the roadways, especially because we had that heavy rain that came through earlier. So everything's obviously very saturated. It's moving through again. So just be aware of it, especially since it's a valley and water runs downhill. So just be aware of that. If you're in a low-lying area, you might encounter some flood waters. And we have that flash flood warning in Bradford and Susquehanna County until 8:45 here. So for about another 15 minutes or so. Mark saying that Columbia County is at 10,000 outages. Yep, that was about what we saw earlier. So we're seeing those power outages. If you know people who are without power, maybe just let them know that, hey, the severe weather threat, especially if they are west of 81, the severe weather threat is over. There might be a little bit of rain, but other than that, it should be good to go. And of course, I know the power companies are doing their best, so just please make sure that we give them time and patience. They are getting them. They have to make sure that they're safe too, getting where they're going. But I do know, at least in the Berwick area, personally, that there was a lot of trees and power lines down. So it might take a little bit. It might take them well into the night and maybe even a little bit tomorrow for some areas. So just be aware of that here. But I believe that is it, folks, for right now. So thank you for all joining us here as this rain is beginning to wind down. And like I said, yes, there's some moderate to heavy rain moving through the Scranton right now, but everything seems to be just your general rain. That's it. Nothing crazy, nothing severe, and I don't expect it to be after that line came through. So we will have more on all this tonight at 10. And if you have any damage at your location, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could either send it to us, to our news email, or you could also send it to us here on Facebook or YouTube if you're watching. Put it in the comments so we can forward it to the National Weather Service. They greatly appreciate when viewers like you send in your stuff and we can forward it to them for confirmation. So with that, guys, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you here in about 2 hours on Fox 56 News at 10. Have a good one.